Hello, scientists. We're back at work today, and today we are going to learn about science tools, the tools that a scientist would be using. So let's get started with our target. Today, I will learn how a scientist uses tools, science tools, as he or she works, so that I can understand the name of each tool and how they use the tool. I will know I've got it when I can match a picture of the tool with how the tool is used. So as we move on, let's check a picture. Check out a picture. So let's take a look at this picture. As you're looking at it, do any of the tools in the picture look familiar? So maybe you've seen some of these things before. I see a magnet. I see a magnifier. I see a microscope. I see a notebook, some glasses, safety glasses. But I also not only want to name these tools, but I want you to think about how they might be used as a scientist. So today, during our mini lesson, we're going to watch a Brain Pop Junior video about science tools. So what I need you to do is you'll just pause my video, and I want you to log on to brainpopjunior.com. Remember, the username is Dry Ridge, all lowercase letters, no space, and the password is Cardinals. When you type in Cardinals, make sure you add that S. And it's in the science section. Look under all science movies and then look for science tools. So let me help you go there. Hold on just a second. So Brain Pop Junior, we want to log in, Dry Ridge Cardinals. We want to click Science. We want to go down to all science movies and then look for science tools. It's going to be down in the S's. Science tools. Okay. And then that's the video that you will watch. Now just remember, you're going to need to go out to the internet and type in brainpopjunior.com. Okay, let's go back to our slides. So as you watch that video, I want you to be thinking about how do scientists use tools as they work and investigate. So pause and watch the video. Okay, so now that you've watched our video, we're going to work on adding some science tools to our science notebook. So what I want you to do is I want you to take these pieces of paper, and they're going to be in your folder that you got at Open House, and just cut them out really quickly. And then I want you to match them up. And when you match them up, I want you to glue them side by side in your science notebook. So you'll just take the picture and you'll put it on the left, and then you'll put the definition on the right. And you'll probably be able to just get maybe 2 on each page. And then, or you can turn it sideways and you can put the picture on the top and the definition on the bottom. Just make sure you have them next to each other, whether you do it side by side or up and down. And then if you need another page, which you should, just turn your notebook and go to the back side, and then just keep working until you've got them all in your notebook. So we're going to take a look at some science tools. So when you guys get back in the classroom with me, these are some science tools that we will be using. You already have at home your magnifier. Now you're going to notice on our paper it's called a hand lens, but that just means the same thing. So that's a magnifier hand lens. This is a microscope, and on your paper you've got a picture of the microscope. That's a microscope. On your paper, you've got a beaker, and beakers are often made of glass. So when we use these, we have to be very careful. But this is a beaker, and you're going to notice that there's numbers for helping us with measuring. We will also use sometimes in our classroom just a measuring cup. A measuring cup like you might have at home, and it's got the amounts on the side. These are some smaller beakers, and these are actually made out of plastic. But once again, you're going to notice that they have the numbers for helping us measure. These are what we call graduated cylinders. Once again, they're for measuring, and you see the numbers. There's small ones, there's really tall ones, there's even a medium-sized one, but each one's got a different amount on the side to help us measure. And then I've also got a balancing scale. Now this one looks just a little bit different than the one you see in your picture. And when we're back in the classroom, we will also be using some scales to help us with measuring. And this is what we call a pipette. And with the pipette, we get small amounts of liquid, and we can drop it. And we will work with this year too. I don't have a thermometer with me right now, and I don't have a petri dish with me right now, and I don't have a telescope. But I think that we have seen most of the tools on this paper. So as you get your cards cut out, match them up with the definition, and glue them in your notebook. And maybe you can just draw a line connecting the two. That way it'll be easy to see which one matches with the other. So today, our special word of the day is science tools. Scientists use tools to do their work. Scientists may use these tools in a laboratory, sometimes we just say a lab, or anywhere they are doing their work, like our classroom. So what I want you to do is I want you to work on your own now. You can go ahead and cut out those tool cards if you haven't done so, and you can match the definitions of them, these two pages, and you can glue them in your notebook side by side, or maybe on top of each other, one at the top and one at the bottom, or side by side, and go ahead and glue those in our notebook. So just pause the video so that you've got time to work. Now, I also want to tell you today about an upcoming investigation. Oh, this one is going to be so much fun. So in your bag that you got from me, you should have found a balloon. What I want you to do today, sometime before the end of the day, is I want you to go ahead and fill this balloon up with water. You can just put it underneath the sink and fill it up with water. You're going to need to tie it off. And then it needs to go in your freezer, and it takes about 2 days for it to freeze into a ice balloon. So your ice balloon will be needed for lesson 6, and it needs to be frozen. So if you have more than one balloon, you can investigate extras. So let's say you've got more than one balloon at home and you want to go ahead and make more than one ice balloon. That's fine. But need to at least take your one balloon and fill it with water and go ahead and put that in your freezer. And we're going to need that in just a couple days. So go ahead and get that in the freezer. And you can do that after our lesson later today. Okay, so let's talk about our assessment today. So after you're done with the lesson and you've got everything glued in your notebook, I want you to look in your classroom assignments, your Google Classroom assignments, your classwork, and you're going to find a science tools quiz. If you'll take that quiz and submit that to me. Then I'll take a look and see about our understanding. And this is what our science tool quiz will look like. So just find that in your assignments. Now, when we meet at our Google Meet time, I'm going to have you share with me, and let me go back to your quiz for a minute. I'm going to have you share with me the answer you put on this question. Hold on just a second. I want you to share with me, and I don't actually have it typed on here, which tool you like the best and how you might use it as a scientist. So be thinking about that. Which science tool you would enjoy working with and why. That's what we'll share on the Google Meet. And just look for in your classwork for your quiz. Okay, I'll see you at the Google Meet.